Are you ready to revolutionize your data workflows? Tired of unreliable data pipelines and complex orchestration? Meet Prefect, the ultimate tool for reliable and scalable data pipelines. Monitor, scale, and automate your workflows effortlessly. Integrate seamlessly with your favorite data tools. Boost your productivity and focus on what truly matters. Unlock the power of Prefect. Watch our full guide now.
What are some common challenges faced by data engineering teams? Data pipeline reliability. First and foremost, ensuring that our data pipelines run reliably without requiring constant manual intervention is crucial. We need robust mechanism in place to manage failures and retries automatically. This reliability ensures that our data continue to function smoothly even when unexpected issues arise. Next, complexity in orchestration. Another significant challenge is the complexity involved in orchestrating various tasks across different systems and environments. It is essential to have a seamless way to coordinate these tasks while handling dependencies and scheduling efficiently. This coordination helps in maintaining the integrity and coherence of our data workflows. Next, scalability. As our data needs to grow, so does the need for scalability. Our data pipelines must be capable of handling increasing volumes of data. Efficient resource management is key to scaling our operations without compromising performance or reliability. Monitoring and logging. Keeping a close eye on pipeline runs and maintaining detailed logs is vital for quick issue resolution. Effective monitoring allows us to track the progress, performance of our data pipelines, so thereby enabling us to identify and resolve any issues promptly. Version control and collaboration. Finally, managing changes in our pipelines and collaborating across the team are essential for maintaining consistency and avoiding any conflicts. Version control systems play a crucial role in ensuring that all team members are on the same page and changes are tracked meticulously. Okay, we'll go through the Prefect demonstration. So I'm in Prefect website. So they provide good documentation about Prefect. You can find under resources. You can go through Prefect 3 docs and you get the docs. So here is a simple hello world kind of an example given by Prefect. As you can see, this is the entry point. You are saying that you want to serve hello universe as your flow. Flow, you can see, is defined for the function so that it tells Prefect that it is a flow. You importing flow task from Prefect. The main entry point is the flow, and flow can contain tasks. So as you see, say hello, this is decorated as a task. Okay, so the flow contains multiple tasks. It is up to the programmer how they want to split the flow into several tasks, or they just keep it at the high level, which is flow. Okay, and then you can install Prefect. Just a pip install command, you can install it and you get the Prefect version. Okay, so what is the difference between Prefect client and installing Prefect? Okay, Prefect, if you install Prefect, it includes both the Prefect server and the client. If you want to do Prefect client only, you can just install Prefect client. If you don't want to deploy Prefect service locally, you want to leverage Prefect cloud, then Prefect client is enough, because you just need a client to connect to Prefect cloud and you can execute everything through Prefect client from command line, local command line. Quick start. Okay, so let's start with this simple example. I will demonstrate how Prefect works. I have already installed Prefect in my local machine. Okay, let me open up the code studio. Okay, so I have this hello world example. You can see that So what I'm doing here is that I'm serving this hello world flow, and which in turn has a task. Okay, now how to service this through Prefect Cloud? Okay, so first let's get into Prefect Cloud. Let's log into Prefect Cloud. Login. In the go to my email. Take this code. And I'm signing into Prefect Cloud. Okay, here you go. We see here I don't have any flows set up. Okay, so now let's go to command line. Okay, so you have this project or this hello world file in your local machine. For you to deploy this to Prefect Cloud, first you need to connect to Prefect Cloud. How do you connect? So once you install Prefect, right, you can log in. Prefect Cloud login. It gives you two options. One, you can authenticate through browser, and another option through API. Okay, so I already authenticated. Just for the sake, let me re-authenticate. Okay, as you see, login with a web browser, paste an API key. Okay, so let's see how it goes if I log in with web browser. Click on it. It opens a browser. To open up the browser, it asks me to sign in. Okay, I need to authorize this login. I say authorize. Okay, success. So now I can close this window. Okay, so now I'm able to connect to cloud, Prefect Cloud, using its default workspace. Okay, so if you want to use API key, you can use. You can get the API key if you go to their, basically, if you go to their homepage, default API keys. You can have your API keys created. You can use these API keys to log into Prefect Cloud. That is another option. Okay, so now I have the connection to Prefect Cloud. Let's run hello world. Hello world. Okay, so you can see here your flow is available in the Prefect UI. Let's go there and see if we can find this flow in the Prefect UI. Go to flows. Here you go. So you see hello world. Okay, and then you go to the deployment. Okay, if the status is ready, can you say it's already in the schedule for every minute. It is scheduled at this time. You can see that. If you wait for a few seconds, you can see it running. Okay, here you see that it's already completed and it's scheduled the next one. You can check the details. You can click on it. If you want to see the logs, you can actually go to the logs and you can check them out. These are all scheduled with one minute intervals. From here you can see the completed one. Click on it. You'll see the old runs, all run stats, completed. You can see the log. In the log, you see that hello world, goodbye world 1, and then finish the state, completed. It is the first task run, and then again second task, second start, hello world 2 is completed. So you can see here. Okay. So task runs. In the task runs also you can see how the tasks are run. So you can also see all the logs. Now let's get back to Prefect documentation. So we went through the overview, how install, and then a quick start. Okay, so there's one other concept that I want to cover in this video that's related to how do you run your flows on infrastructure or local process, right? So there is one particular concept that I want to explain to you when it comes to the deployment. Okay, so here you go. So one advantage with Prefect is that as you have seen hello world, that is a flow code which has the deployment and then there you have the deployment definition. So the deployment definition can be deployed to cloud. Okay, Prefect cloud. But the code need not be deployed to the Prefect cloud, and also you have a control where you want to execute your code. So what that means is that you see this dotted line, this deployment definition actually take this flow code from the remote storage location. Also it can pick up the code and then it can execute it in your infrastructure. So the only thing that additionally that you need for the setup is that you need to install worker. So once you install the worker, then Prefect cloud is just a broker between your flow and to your infrastructure. It won't either contain your flow code or it won't get even executed on the Prefect cloud. So if somebody who is very sensitive to their code base and data, they don't need to worry, because you can go with this option. So it's completely your flow code, everything will be in your infrastructure. Okay, so now let's get into a proper demo example. Okay, Airbyte. So here in this demo, we are going to initiate Airbyte connection from Prefect. Okay, so I have this connection established between Postgres and Redshift. When you go to this connection, what it is doing, there is one particular table in its schema, loan application. It is going to incrementally sync with the target Redshift. Okay, so this is what I want to initiate through Prefect. Let's go to the Redshift. So if you see here in the Redshift, there are only 3 tables are there. Okay, you don't find this loan application. Now we will initiate this Airbyte connection through Prefect code. First, let's check the Prefect flow. Okay, so this is the code example. So in this, what I'm doing, okay, so I have that Airbyte URL, cloud URL, and I have the connection ID, which I want to initiate, and then I want to trigger Airbyte sync. Okay, and here you can see I'm passing these parameters, Airbyte URL, connection ID, and here trigger Airbyte sync. I'm getting the connection ID, Airbyte URL. I got it, and I'm forming the URL header payload, and I'm requesting it. So if you observe one thing, there is Airbyte API key. Instead of keeping the API key in your flow code, you can actually store it in Prefect cloud if you want, or you can store it in any other secret manager. Okay, so to do that, like here we are using Prefect blocks. Let me quickly show you the Prefect blocks. Okay, where do you have the blocks? Here, go to blocks. You can add a block. Say secret block. Okay, so you create this block. Block name Airbyte API key. Let me check is the same name that I referred. Airbyte API key. Okay. No underscore dash. Now I need to copy the access token here. Let's get the access token from the Airbyte. Go to the Airbyte. I can get the access token from settings, application, generate access token. I'm copying this. Okay, paste it here. I created. Okay, so now this is how I'm going to refer in the flow code. You can see the same thing in the Python code here. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm loading that key into secret block, and I'm getting that key, and then I'm referring that in the authorization. Okay, let's deploy this flow. Okay, I should be able to see through Prefect Cloud UI. Let's go to Prefect Cloud UI. Go to home, flows. Okay, here you go. You can see that trigger Airbyte sync. Okay, so now what we can do, go to the deployment. Okay, Prefect deployment. Let's do a quick run. Okay, this is the connection ID. Yes, right. This is the Airbyte URL. Validate, initiate it. You want to see the view run. Waiting for the logs. Okay, it says it's done. Okay, so it initiated the flow run. Let's go to Airbyte and check connections. You see, it is running. Sync is pending or running. Starting. Through APIs, you can come to Airbyte job status API. You can time to time you can get the status of the connection, this particular job, how it is running. You can get the status and you can get that updated back also. Okay. It usually take up to 2 minutes. Okay, it's finished. Okay, so when I came and refresh here, you will see a loan application table. Let's query this table. Okay, so basically there is no data there, but it created the table. If there is any data, you will see it. If you want, we can reinitiate again and then see how it works. Okay, Prefect deployment. Let's run again. Let's check the run status. Okay, it initiated the connection again. Okay, syncing started. Okay, it is completed. I think it's pretty much close. 3 extracted. Okay, almost 3 loaded. Okay, we can go to Redshift and we can query it. Okay, there you go. You see, so now, so you are there from the command line. You initiated the Prefect flow deployed through cloud, and which in turn initiated Airbyte connection. Okay. So in the next session, we will go into much complex scenario. It's not just the Airbyte. We can also try to initiate DBT scripts and with a few dependencies. Limitations of Prefect. First, let's talk about learning curve. Although Prefect is designed to be user-friendly, new users might still find it challenging to get started. Understanding how to set up and manage flows, tasks, and various configurations requires time and effort. If you are new to Python, then it will be initial learning. Next, resource management. It can be particularly challenging when you have workflows that demand high concurrency and parallelism. While Prefect can integrate with Kubernetes for dynamic scaling, setting this up requires additional configuration and understanding of Kubernetes. Prefect does not have built-in dynamic scaling capabilities, so users must manage this through the integrations. Finally, integration limitations. Prefect supports a wide range of integrations. However, there are certain tools and systems that might not be natively supported by Prefect. For example, Apache Nifi. Prefect does not offer native support to Nifi workflows, so it requires to come up with a custom solutions for Nifi integration. Microsoft Power BI, it is also not natively supported at the time of this recording, so we need to do additional steps. Informatica, there is no native support for Informatica workflows. Users need to rely on API calls to trigger these workflows. Understanding these limitations allows us to better plan and implement our workflows, so we can ensure that maximize the benefits while mitigating the potential challenges of Prefect. I hope this video is helpful to you. Have questions or want to see more about specific feature or a different topic, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts, suggestions for future videos. Thank you. This is Sagar signing off. Keep transforming and stay data savvy.